Hello. Sorry about last Wednesday. Those of you that joined me on Monday will know that I had to take the dog to the vet because he swallowed a tennis ball a week last Friday. And then he started being sick actually on Monday. But anyway, he had to have abdominal surgery to get the ball out. And anyway, dogs, eh? So, hello, welcome to Wednesday's class. Wednesday's functional fitness class. I just wanted to talk today about sitting because sitting is the new smoking and all that sort of stuff. And I wondered today, how much do I sit? Because I do watch quite a bit of telly. I do sit quite a bit. I mean, I walk the dog and I run and I do this class and I fidget. I'm quite a fidget. I'm up and down and I make quite a lot of cups of tea. But I'm wondering how much I actually sit. Now, sitting, as you know, isn't good for you because it slows everything down. And I think it slows your metabolism down. It can contribute, it doesn't lead to, but it can contribute to certain of the diseases that we're prone to in the Western world. It can contribute to muscle wastage, osteoporosis, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, some cancers. Why would you want to sit at all, ever? Hi, Delia. Yes, so when you're sitting, this is me sitting. If you sit for a long time, these muscles here, your hip flexors, they get tight so that when you stand up, you see, I'm always going on about this. You see older people not able to do that. And your hip flexors, you need it for a good sort of stretch forward. I know you don't walk like that normally, but you do need it for walking. Plus, if you slump, the back muscles get slack and the chest muscles get tight, and that's where you get that. And it's just not good for you. So I've decided what I'm going to do, and you can do this as well, we can compare results, is that I'm going to, tomorrow, from when I get up, I'm going to monitor how long I'm actually sitting down for. And we'll see how much it is. I was looking on an NHS website, and let me just have a look at this. It says something like, this is interesting actually, that bed rest, so 1 week of bed rest equals to 20% lessening of strength, and 3 weeks equals 30 years of aging. Well, it's estimated, nobody knows, but it's estimated that most adults sit for about 9 hours a day. That's not including sleep. So over 60s, over 50s, once you start, I suppose a lot of people sit at work, but retired people, I don't think anybody knows how much they sit. Maybe they sit a lot, maybe they don't sit a lot. But if you take 8 hours for sleep, so that leaves 16 hours left. If you're sitting for 10 or 11 of those hours, when you think about going to the loo, going to the kettle, going to the shops, all sorts of things, that only leaves, how many hours does it leave? 6 hours, 5 or 6 hours? So anyway, I'm going to monitor how many hours I spend sitting. I'm just going to take a normal day and see how many hours I spend sitting, and then we'll see, because I sometimes suspect I'm what's called a fit couch potato, because I do like sitting and watching telly. So if I find that I'm sitting too much, I'm going to start standing up every hour, just to walk around for a couple of minutes, just to sort of get out of the habit of sitting all the time. Right. So if anybody wants to join me in not sitting, just seeing if I had any tea. I've got a frog in my throat. Anyway, it's 11 now, so welcome to the class. If you're new to the class, it's in 3 sections. There's a warm-up, the main body of the exercise, and then there's stretching at the end. And might as well get started with the warm-up. If I've got anything to tell you about, I will talk to you while we're doing the warm-up. So we're going to start just by walking on the spot. If you can, walk on your toes. If you can't, it doesn't matter. But just when you're walking, marching on the spot, place your feet down. Don't let gravity pull them down. You're in control. You're going to need a band. I've gone up a couple of bands because I was finding the bands I was using weren't actually strong enough. I wasn't getting any benefit from them. And that's the thing you may find. Once you find some of the exercises that we're doing really easy, you need to go up a band. You need to increase the strength of the band. You can do it if you've got a long band. You can do it by doubling it, but sometimes that makes it just too strong for some of the exercises, or it makes the band too short. If you've bought a pack of 3 with, light, medium, and strong, that's probably a good way to sort of up the strength. Anyway, stop walking. I'm going to put hands on shoulders and just give a good old stretch. If you want to, you can keep walking while you do this. If your arms can't get by your ears, can only get to there or there, that's fine. Never sort of try and force, because you'll damage your shoulder joint. So we're going there, push out to the side, back in, push forward, really, really reach. Something's just out of reach. Back in, straight up, push out, really forward. I will do one more time. So up, side, and forward. Okay, right. We're going to put your hand on your shoulder, and you're going to make your arm like a wing, and it sticks out at 180 degrees. Just imagine you've got a pencil on the end of your elbow, and we're going to do 5 large circles backwards. Draw that on the wall with the imaginary pencil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And then the other one. Don't forget the pencil. 5 circles. 1, nice full range of movement. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And then finally, with the arms, we're going to, standing nice and still, we're going to do this one. So one arm is up by your ear and the other one is out to the back. Again, if you can only get your arms to there, that's absolutely fine. Don't rock your torso. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, I've lost count. I've mucked up the counting, haven't I? 6, 7, 8. It's because I wasn't concentrating. 9. Nice and slow and controlled. 10. Good stuff. I'm just going to tip the camera down slightly so that you can see my feet a little bit. So we're going to start now by just doing heel digs. And as you do the heel dig, you're going to anchor your elbows and you're going to do a bicep curl with the opposite arm. Make sure you get, those of you that are not new, if there's anybody new, make sure you get the opposite arm and leg. Those of you that are old hands and have been with me since April, gosh, that's 7 months. 3, 2, 1. I mean, you know what you're doing now. So out to the side, and at the same time, You're going to have prayer hands and you're pushing your hands out. I'm just going to move the chair. Remember, your knees stay pointing forward and your hips are pointing forward. You're not going to let your knees come in like that when you do that. 3, 2, 1. And then you're going to do a step back. And at the same time, hands are coming out. Been doing a lot of arm work and my arms are quite tired now, my shoulders. Again, hips forward, facing forwards, knees facing forwards. 3, 2, 1. My arms are tired today. And then finally, just going to do a toe tap and a swing of the arm, opposite arm. Nice and relaxed, just relax your shoulders a bit. We do some shadow walking after this. 3, 2, 1. Yes, we'll do some shadow walking, get our ankles going. So, remember, imagine that there's I'm standing like this so that you're doing it the same way as me. So imagine there's a square in front of you and you're standing at the bottom right and bottom left of the square. So one leg goes up to the top left, the other one comes over to the top right, back and back. So what, left, I'll try again. Left, right, although it's the right foot that goes into the left corner. I don't know if that's confusing. I'll just do it and keep quiet. Be careful when you're putting your left leg over your right leg, because that's when falls can occur. Give your body a good twist. Don't just use your legs. Right, we're going to go the opposite way now. So your left leg is the one that starts this time. You don't need to be big steps. One more time. How was that? That's what it looks like from the front. So if you're doing it in front of a mirror or this way, that bit is when you can fall. Right. Just put this up a bit. Just to get your heart going a little bit, we're going to go through this exercise. We're going to do heel dig, out to the side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. 3 more times. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. 1 more time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Fabulous. Nice and warmed up now. All the synovial fluid in our joints, nice and not so viscous, nice and lubricating. Blood's getting to the muscles, so the muscles are nice and warm. Right, so we're going to start as usual with squats. Remember, a squat is sitting without the chair. So you're sort of sitting there watching the telly. If you can't do that, a free squat. I think most of you can now, actually, can't you? sitting in the chair and just stand up without using your hands. Notice when you sit down how your bottom just naturally goes out, and that's a squat. If you can't do that, use your arms. If not, use your hands. Somebody, and I'm sorry, I've forgotten who it was, said that in their house doing a rosemary means doing some exercises. And also, apparently, when she stands up from the chair without using her hands, her husband says, oh, Rosemary would be pleased. And he's right, Rosemary would be pleased. Right, so we're going to do 10 squats. That's it. Try not to let your knees fall in. Eyes on your chest. So I don't mean your eyes. You have eyes on your chest that are looking forward. So I'm going to fold my arms this time, because I think that makes it a bit harder. So, and your arms stay like that. 1, 2, 3. Nice and slow and controlled. 4. You don't need to go down as far as this, obviously, you know that. You can go down just to there. It's technique that I want you to get right. 5. Show you what it looks like from the front. 6. My elbows are staying at chest height, staying at shoulder height. 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Yeah, if you keep them there, it means that they can't, don't dip them down. Make sure they stay there. Right. I'm going to let you sit down now. We're going to do the seated row. So you're sitting down on the edge of the chair, legs out straight, heels on the ground, toes pulled back, and loop the band around your instep and have quite a bit of tension on it. I'm going to come here because I want you to show you how the arms go. So you're looping like that, your feet stay on the ground, your heels stay on the ground. I've seen people try to do this lifting their heels up. It's impossible. You have good tension on the band and you're sitting up nice and straight and you just pull back. You're not out like that and you're not lifting, you're just pulling back. Squidge your shoulder blades together. 1. This is one of the ones where you can use a slightly stronger band. 2, because you're using both arms to pull. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should have said, if you're new to the class and you don't have a band, just do the arm exercises, just do the movements without the band. Still, you'll still get still effective, not quite as effective. Now, previously, for the last few weeks, months, we've been doing the hip abduction, sitting, wrapping the band around our legs, our knees. We're going to mix it up a little bit today. We're going to go back to standing and doing it. So you're standing by the chair. You can hold on, it's not a balancing exercise. I'm going to go back so I don't kick that table. And you're standing on one leg just goes out to the side. You're not turning, you're not pointing your toe. You're just lifting it like that. If it was an arm, it would just go like that. Your foot points forward. So we're going to go hold it there. And then down. 1, 2. Try not to lean to the side like I was doing just a moment ago. 3, I can really feel it there. There. 4. This is very good for strengthening your 5, 5, your medial glutes, your minimal glutes, 6, and these muscles here, your TFL, 7, and because you're standing up, you're strengthening the leg that you're standing on as well, 8. You could try and do it without holding on to the chair, but 9, pulling over, 10. I let go then and fell over. So other side. Right, so 1. Remember, you lift it up. Don't kick it up, lift it up. 2. Oh. 3. Are you finding this hard? This is hard. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Whoa, I'm glad when this is over. 10. Wow, did you manage all those? Just give your hips a bit of a wiggle. Right, we're going to do a bicep curl. I definitely need the stronger band for this one. So you're going to stand on the band, anchor your elbow in at your waist, hold on to the band. I cut my finger on the day before yesterday, so it might be a bit more difficult to do this. Have tension on the band so that when you're holding it there, which is where you start, you're using the bicep, which is this one. Go, and you're just closing your elbow. You're not lifting or anything. Your elbow stays in contact with your hip. So we'll do 1, just down to there. 2, so that you're always got tension on the band. 3, 4, don't rock. If you start doing that, 5, you've lost technique, so it starts to become less effective. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then other hand, same again. Oh, it's quite hard, this. Right, ready? Start there. There, like that. 1, 2, 3, nice and slow and deliberate, controlled. 4, don't let gravity in the band pull it down. 5, when you're on the downward bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof. Did you manage? Right. One leg balance. So for this one, it's easier if you engage your core. You should engage your core for all of them. But this one, we specifically do that before. So what we're going to do is engage core and then hands on your hips or holding on. It's entirely up to you. We're going to start with our leg like this. Don't do it yet. If you can only get to there, that's fine. But if you can get your thigh parallel to the floor, that's good. And then we're going to go 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. And then we'll do it on the other leg, okay? So breathe out. Pull your navel into your backbone as hard as it'll go. And then release slightly, pull up your pelvic floor and breathe, breathe, breathe. Now, if you want to hold on, that's fine, but just sort of take your hands off now and again. I mean, this is a balanced one, but it's quite, you need quite a lot of strength to do this as well. It's quite hard, it's very hard, this. So we're going to go 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 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 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Two more. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. One more. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Wow. That seemed to go on forever. Did I miscount that? Just give your hips a bit of a wriggle. Have a bit of a walk around, because that's quite tough on both legs. And I know some of you find this quite tough. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try something just after we finish doing this. Well, I'll let our legs recover and then try something just to show you. But I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's going to be a surprise. Right. Breathe out. Made me puff that. Breathe out. Pull your navel into your backbone. Hold, pull up your pelvic floor. Relax. Not relax. Right, so up. 12 o'clock. 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Ooh, 12 o'clock, sorry. 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I'm not so good on this leg today. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. If you can't do 10 on each, just do what you can. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock. This is very hard. 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Two more. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Oh, 6 o'clock. One more. 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Right, if you manage that, huge respect. Doesn't matter if you needed to hold on, it doesn't matter, because it's really hard on the legs, that one, really hard on the legs. And so when you get tired, your balance goes a bit. So rather than, if you're getting really tired, rather than giving up, hold on. Whoa, that is, whew. Right. Yeah, I'm going to change the order a little bit. So we need the chair for this one. No, no, we don't. I'm going to change the order a little bit because that was so tough, that one. We're going to do the triceps one. And that's the one where you have your hand behind your back, holding onto the, nearly said the rope, onto the band. And the other one, your hand is over your back behind your head. If you've got problems with your arms, your shoulders, start here. This bit is still the same. You still do the tension with that one, but have it at chest height. So if you're doing it this way, you have the tension on the band, and you're just going to put your put your arm up to the ceiling. It's only your forearm really that moves. Your shoulder shouldn't move. If you've got your hand here, you point to the floor. You're using the same muscles. Okay, so I'll show you what it looks like from behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you know what? No, I do the strength class on Monday. I think this is harder than the strength class. Different exercises, and the plank in the strength class is hard, but I think this one's hard. This is not an easy set of exercises. They're easy insofar as you can do them at your own capability. So if you need a lighter band, you can have a lighter band. If you can't do 10 of each, you just do as many as you can. But if you do the whole lot, it's quite tough. Right, other arm. I'm only saying that because, of course, I'm finding it tough today. So remember, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'll be kind to myself and slacken the tension a bit. 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa! I found that quite hard. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to do the glutes in the back again. So I want you to have the chair like this with the back there. I'm going to have to move out. Remember this one? And you're going to lean on the chair like this. Your back is straight. Your head is in alignment with your spine. Your feet are under your hips. So you're like this. And then you're going to bring one leg up as high as you can to your chest and then stretch it out behind. Okay, so I'm going to start now. We're going to go up and out. 1, 2. As you get into it, you should be able to do more of a spine bend. 3. See how far up you can get your knee. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How was that? I like this one. I don't know why. It's great for your glutes and it's great for your back as well. Here, the small of your back. Right, you ready? Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa, stand up slowly. Make sure you don't lose all the blood. Right. So, just let me see. Yeah, we're going to do, I changed the order, so obviously I'm totally confused. We're going to do some abs work. So have your chair sitting on the side of your chair with the back here. You can have the back on the other side, doesn't really matter. Sitting up nice and straight so that you can comfortably have your knees, your feet on the ground, not your knees on the ground, your feet on the ground. So the taller you are, the further back you can sit, the smaller you are, the nearer the edge of the chair you need to sit. And we're sitting up nice and straight with your hands on your knees and your middle finger just on the top of your knee, on the top of your, what's it called? Patella. Kneecap. Senior moment. Just sit back slightly so that your middle finger is about an inch above your patella. You don't need to go right back. You just need to go a little bit back. And then we're just going to lift our knees. 1, legs, sorry. 2, it's an awful lot of lifting of knees, isn't there? 3, these muscles are going to be so strong. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then sit up. When you're back like this, just go back like this slightly, not right back, and just press there by your ribs and here. You may not feel it, but all your muscles are engaging to stop you going bloop, falling backwards. We're going to do that again. So sitting up nice and straight, middle finger on your patella, top of your patella, or top of your kneecap. Lean back slightly so it's about an inch and a half above. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, I can really feel that. Yeah, if you're sitting upright, you're still using it. It's better to sit back a little bit. I've got a croaky voice. I don't know why I'm croaking. Right, I'm going to do another 10 squats. So I get my Russian dancer's arms, and we're going to go 1, or using the chair if you need to. 2, nice and slow and controlled. 3, it's the weight on the back of my heels. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! And then without further ado, we're going into the side bends. So, feet slightly wider than hip width. And remember, if you're putting your arm over, keep it straight so that you're actually using the muscles. So we're going to go, oh. I haven't done this for 2 weeks because I didn't do it last week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. One last one. 10. Oh. Do you know what's the best thing about those side bends? Stopping. Right. We're going to do our little routine again. I wish we could have music. I say that every time, don't I? So we're going to go heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, woo, back, toe tap. Heel dig, side, 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 back, toe tap. One last time. Heel dig, side, back, toe tap. Right, finally, I'm just going to get my watch. Finally, you're already wearing a watch. I can hear you cry, but this doesn't have a very good stopwatch on it. We're going to do 3 20-second sessions of high intensity exercise. So remember, it's tiny little steps, running as fast as you can. Try not to hunch your shoulders, keep yourself nice and loose, and you're just doing tiny steps like that. High intensity exercise is really good. It's really good for getting rid of visceral fat. It's good for your heart, it's good for your lungs. If you've got any problems with your heart, obviously don't do it. Any pains, stop immediately. This is, I mean, it's all voluntary, but this is particularly voluntary. If you can have degrees of voluntariness. Anyway, so are you ready? On your marks, set, go. $17, $18, $19, $20. How was that? Whew. But that wakes you up. Right, are you recovering? I'm assuming that in addition to doing these, maybe 1-2 sessions a week, if you don't do the strength session, you really need to do this one twice a week. If you're doing the strength one and this one, that's fine. But also, you're doing the 6,000 daily steps challenge in between, or as well as, aren't you? Or your 150 minutes of moderate exercise that makes your heart go a little bit fast every week. And especially now we're coming into lockdown again. Tomorrow, it's tonight, midnight, isn't it? It's really important that you get out for exercise, just for your mental health, for exercise as well. Remember, no sitting. So, second session, second lot. Ready? On your marks, set, go. $17, $18, $19, $20. Only one more left to do. You're doing really well. Yeah, I think this session is hard. Just going to read your second, Elizabeth Robinson. Late entry will catch up. Just made it, but we'll carry on later, Doreen. Right. Yeah, I don't think it's an easy session. There's an awful lot of this, isn't there? So these muscles here must be getting really strong. You can feel them. They're lifting your legs up. What you need is that is good for stairs, but then you need the alternate one where you push up. And sometimes I find getting up a step a bit hard. It's hard to do that. So maybe I should do a thing where we go like that and then stand up and like that and stand up. I don't want to get a step because that way people can fall. But I'm going to think about that because right, anyway, enough jabbering, Rosemary. On your marks, set, off you go. Down, up. 17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. Right. Don't go rushing off because we've got the stretches to do. Just while you're recovering, just to remind you that if you're so inclined, you can buy me a coffee. The link is under the video if you're on a laptop. I don't know where it is if you're on a phone, or you won't be on a phone, or on your telly. It won't be on the telly, I wouldn't have thought. But anyway, there's a link there. You can buy me a coffee if you feel you would like to. No obligation. Right. Let's go in and stretch our calves. So remember, one leg back, one leg forward, both feet pointing in the same direction. I mean, when I say the same direction, it's like that. You don't have to be on a plane, on a line. Front leg bent, back leg straight, heel on the ground, lean forward, and the stretch should be at the top of your calf. Look, it's all sunny now. I took the dog out this morning. He's able to go for short walks on the lead. It's pouring with rain. Now it's really lovely. And there was a frost this morning. And then gently bend your back leg, your back knee. Your heel will come off the ground, but you should feel the stretch moving down into your Achilles. Gosh, there's nothing but vans coming down every day. If you noticed a lot of traffic in your neighborhood. And then switch. Just check your feet are both pointing forward. Imagine what it's going to be like at Christmas. It's just going to be a succession of vans. And then bend your knee. Heel will come off the ground. Okay. Right, we're going to do the quadriceps. These big muscles, they've been working. So if you can, grab your foot, your shoe, your toe, your trouser leg, use a towel or the bands to hold it like this. If you can't, just do that. Dynamic stretching. Put your hands behind you. See if you can kick your hands with your heel. If you can't, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do static stretching. You can use this to, I said I was going to try something, didn't I? I'll do it after this. Use this. You can use this as a practice balance or not. Or not, she says. And then static stretchers, swap legs. Dynamic stretchers, keep doing what you're doing. Right, yeah, remember when we were doing this? I said I was going to try something. So let's just forget the stretching just for a moment. Engage your core. Pull your navel into your backbone. Pull up your pelvic floor. Put your hands on your hips or hold on if you want, or have your hand hovering. And just stand on one leg. Oops, I was going to say it's a lot easier, but it should be, because you've been used to doing this, without knowing it, your balance should be getting a lot better just standing on one leg. And then swap legs. You don't need to do anything fancy with your other leg, just hold it off the ground. It is a lot easier. I find it a lot easier. So that shows that even although this exercise is fiendishly hard, you now find something that you maybe found quite difficult at the beginning of our sessions. You would have found this quite hard. You now find that easy peasy. So it shows that your balance is getting better, I hope. Right, back to stretching. So, sitting on the edge of the chair, knees at 90 degrees, feet under your knees, sitting up nice and straight, one leg out. See the sun coming in through my kitchen. Toe pulled back, lean, sitting up nice and straight, lean forward from the hips, not from the waist. And then sit up and repeat on the other side. So sitting up nice and straight from the hips, not the waist. Okay, I'm going to do one more leg stretch because we've used this muscle. I've forgotten its name, I need to look it up. So we're going to put the chair like that. We're going to sit sideways on the chair, but only one side of your body is going to be on the chair. This other side is hovering over the floor. We'll move forward a bit. And you're going to stretch this leg out behind you so that you can feel this stretching. Hold it, you can hold on to the back of the chair. And the reason that you're right on the edge of the chair here is so that it doesn't get in the way of your stretch. And also if you're sort of right back, if this knee is sort of hooked over, and then it doesn't get in the way. Your torso is upright. And then we're going to switch around. I'm going to have to move this here. Else I'm going to kick the sofa. There we go. Again, you see there's no chair there. It's just my leg right on the edge. People find this position very difficult to get. They get all tied up with the chair. But as long as you're sitting upright and one leg is right out behind you, so you're stretching the front here, that's all we can ask. Ooh. Okay. Scoot that back a bit. So standing up, arms at shoulder height, palms facing forwards, round the tree. So it's like that, not like that. Round the tree, dip your head. So it looks like that from the side. And then interlink your fingers behind your back if you can. If you can't do that, just try and get your elbows together. If you're interlinking your fingers, lift, just so that you get a good stretch across the chest, because we don't want those chest muscles to be tight to give us the dowager's hump. Hold them out like that. And then one hand up, palm facing back, down your back like that. If you've got shoulder mobility problems, leave this one out. You know, if you had to do that exercise, leave this bit out and then pull that back so that you've got a stretch there. And same on the other side. And then last three. So, sitting nice and comfortable. See that? I used my hands when I went down. Do that, Rosemary. Just dip your head. Put your hand on your crown. Don't push, but just let the weight of your hand push your head down slightly. And then turn your head to the left as far as it'll go. Don't move your shoulders, just your head. And then put your right hand onto the right hand side of your chin. Try and turn your head back to the center. Resist with the hand, so you're creating tension in your neck. Really, really have a fight. And then relax, and you should be able to turn your head just slightly more to the left. It just helps increase your flexibility of your neck. And then bring your head back to the center. And then to the right, put your left hand against the left hand side of your chin. Try and turn your head back to the center. Resist with your hand. Resist. Keep that tension going. And then release, and you should be able to turn your head a little bit further to the left, to the right, sorry, to the right. And then bring it back. And that's it. Thank you very much. That was a hard session today. Mind you, I say that every session. I don't think that this session is any easier than the one on Monday. But anyway, for those of you that are doing the strength sessions, I'll see you on Monday. Those that aren't, I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.